Coming up, police investigating allegations of theft at University of Guyana Turkan campus. The other woman speaks in quarantine murder. And West Coast Berbice Syndicate called for the removal of a senior public servant. News in Depth begins now. With tonight's edition of News in Depth, I'm Eva Wharton. Thanks for joining us. First up, the police have been called in to investigate allegations of theft at the University of Guyana's Turkine campus. The police have been called in to investigate operations at the Center of Information Technology at the University of Guyana. Capital News understands that the inability to account for over 100 UPS batteries is among the allegations being probed. The university in a press release said Vice-Chancellor Ivor Griffith called in the Criminal Investigations Department to launch an investigation into the operations of the Center for Information Technology following the leveling of serious allegations of theft of equipment from the center and misconduct of staff members. According to the release, the manager and several staff members have been sent on leave to facilitate the investigation. Also, the Ministry of Public Telecommunication has been asked to conduct a forensic audit of the Center of Information Technology at the Turkine and Tain campuses, as well as the 4 centers of the Institute of Distance and Continuing Education. The audit started today, the release said. More news on the other side of this break.
Hey, looky there. Let me go techie boots.
Boots? No, mama, I ain't gonna get locked up teeth in them big stinky 30-second boots. Plus, it gonna be more cheaper online. And don't got my favorite color, pink. Let me go on.
Online shopping.
Cheaper, faster, better. Passback.
Onion.
Your family will love new Abbey butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol, Abbey is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abbey is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
A man's beer.
Welcome back. The other woman speaks in the Maibikuri Backland murder.
The reputed wife of murder accused Sunildat Balak is speaking out about her horrible experience at the hands of the man she fell in love with some months ago. The 21-year-old woman, Umadevi Nato, was arrested along with Balak for the murder of his wife, Lilwanti Balak, who went missing some 8 months ago, but was released after the police's initial investigations. Balak was charged with the murder of his wife after the remains of what was believed to be that of the woman was discovered at the back of his house in a shallow grave. The woman said she was totally unaware that the woman was dead. She said she was led to believe that the woman had migrated and the relationship with her husband was over. She became suspicious after cleaning up and stumbled upon a wedding ring. This resulted in a quarrel between the two, and he decided to give her the ring, as it turned out to be his wife's wedding ring.
Tell me how, by the way, that you get information that your wife will come back, and you know one came back in the house, so we can left one time. Just so he tell me. His nephew them and all his family them were right there. He needs them, hear everything when he tell me the answer. He that answer when they.
The woman feels she could have suffered the same fate because of the way she was treated by the man.
And after he slapped me back again, me run and get away, and he run behind me and he scramble me, so you're not going to know me. I try my best again to run and get away from him till I escape. I run as much as I could and I get away from him. And I run upstairs in the house, but I'm not going in the front room because the front room door now both. I run in the middle room, I both door. Come up upstairs and you call me to come out on the room, come out that you go beat me. Let me come out, you want to talk to me. Right? I tell him, no, you go beat me. He tell me, no. And when I come out at all, and then he decided to like kick the door and like come door, like, you know, slam the door with the hand, like for let see the door go open. with that right now we start do the door, me start panic, right? That what if now with the passion we go open the door with, right? If we do me anything more harsh and more worse.
The young lady said she was totally unaware that the man allegedly killed his wife and buried her in a shallow grave at the back of the house.
Hi, honey.
Your family will love new Abe butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol, Abe is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abe is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Nothing compares to the class and beauty of Beeson Windows and Doors. Engineered by professionals and built to last longer than the competition. Buy 10 windows and get one 24x16 bathroom window absolutely free. No tricks, no gimmicks, and no hidden fees. Prices starting from $13.5 VAT inclusive. So visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 New Eccles Industrial Site or BPAT's building on Regent Street and save big on UPVC or aluminum windows. To order now, call 622-4197 or 226-1292.
A West Coast Berbice mining syndicate has called for the removal of a senior public servant at the Natural Resources Ministry.
Members of the syndicate say after obtaining all the paperwork, they proceeded on the mission only to encounter this stumbling block across the main access road to the Canister Fall area. There is a sign stated no unauthorized entry and the gate across the road with a lock. The members said they immediately notified the authorities at the Ministry of Natural Resources and the Guyana Forestry Commission and informed them of what was taking place. Kempton Wade, president of the West Berbice Mining Syndicate.
And all of a sudden, they changed their decision. While we were engaged in a meeting with the Deputy Commissioner of Forestry, Mr. McKenzie, who is the PS for Natural Resources, called to say that we cannot go. So he is dictating, he's the dictator, he's saying that we can't go.
Julian Semple said in 2013 they applied for the same area at Canister Fall and they were promised by the then Natural Resources Minister Robert Persaud that they would be given the land to work.
The process was supposed to take 3 months. After 6 months, they call us back and give us our money. Say the place is not available. Because there was a Canadian company, they promised a Canadian company the place, but after Parliament Road, the whole thing flopped.
West Berbice Syndicate members said this development is heartbreaking for them and their community, and they are calling for the matter to be addressed urgently.
I want to believe there is a man at Resources who were with the previous regime from Ministry of Agriculture, you go across in Robert Persaud at Resources, Natural Resources, and I want to believe that this man is undermining this present regime.
This is a bread and butter issue.
And as Berbice Mining Syndicate, I think that place that we're going to, it's a place that Berbicians have history.
For me to hear this happen now, it has put a damp on my spirit.
The ministry in a release today said it was communicated to the principals of the syndicate that the area they requested to conduct mining is a closed area and such permission would not be granted, but that lands would be made available for them to do mining in other areas. That's a wrap for this edition of News in Depth. Do join us again, same time tomorrow for another edition.